Hello and thank you for joining me. I am Mitchell and this is Tara's Daily Insight and the Open Door, where I do just a little bit of teaching about numerology and the tarot cards and an overall feel for today's energy and direction that you might be headed, as well as open the door to the other side and see what information Spirit might has for us. I set the intention for the open door that it would not just be parlor tricks and games and getting information, but that we who watch this can make a difference in the world by raising our vibration as high as we can, and especially in the situations that come out and about. I do hope that you took time to read and set the intention that scrolled by on the screen beforehand. And I want to thank any of you who've ever sent me confirmation. I know several people sent stuff about Jason Collins when it came out that Team Spirit had brought to our attention. The wildfires. Someone just let me know that there was a volunteer that was either attacked or mauled by a lion. Recently in California, and I thought it was interesting that there's several things that I'm getting about California, and I'm about to leave there tomorrow for vacation, so maybe my attention is out and on that. So thank you. Anytime you confirm things with my corporate day job and all that I do here, spending about an hour in the morning to present these videos, as well as do private readings and sessions. I don't always have time to look at news when I debrief or when I decompress. News is not what I want to do it with. It's either reading, coffee, or some frivolous reality show like The Voice. So I should make predictions on The Voice. I think it's going to be too late now. So anyway, I'm going to dive right in. My website's down here, so check out my services that I have to offer. If you have any questions, you can always email me from that site. And let me dive in. Our card for today is going to be the Ten of Wands. So, first of all, number 10 boils down to a 1, so it's beginnings. I will say that a lot of times when I get this card, because it is 10 rather than 1, it does feel like it's about the ending of one thing moving on to the beginning of another. And I'm referring cards and numbers together, the energy of that, not straight up numerology. So that's how it comes off and the energy that I feel. So that's how I interpret it. The wands are creative things. They're the element of fire. When I get this card, typically, excuse me, typically the first thing I am saying to the person or whoever I feel it's about, because it might be not about the client, but about someone in the client's life. Can you hear that? Had a little dairy last night. I will say you are working a lot. You're working so much. So you've got so much on your back, or you're just carrying a heavy load, which is not necessarily work, but burden, etc., etc. So this card carries a lot of intensity with it. I do feel like that's kind of a bit of today, and that intensity is going to be pretty challenging for some of you. So I would say, and how do we relieve it? I'm told to pull a card to figure out how we can kind of counterbalance or work into this, because there's times where we do need to work hard, and then we have times to rest. So the card that's going to counterbalance this day is 6 of Cups. So this card is about things that are emotional because of the cups. 6, a little more passive, a restful moment. And this card is often about and interpreted as reminiscing things from the past. And what I'm hearing is, well, this is interesting. I'm hearing that the hard work can be counterbalanced by realizing why you either signed up for this, what happened in the past to bring you to this point. There are lessons to be learned in this hard work that you're in right now. Maybe next time you'll say no to that volunteer thing that you're doing when you know in your heart you shouldn't, but society keeps telling you should. I will say I'm a big proponent of where I give my time and money to. I mention a corporate day job all the time, and they are constantly finding places to ask for money, not necessarily the company, but different departments, because it's a big organization. You walk down the hall, they're asking money for this, for that, for this, for that. Every other week, there's something to give to. And my giving, is a lot of this right here. Again, I spend an hour a day putting this out, receive pennies back. And I'll be honest, with YouTube, it is monetized. That's those commercials you see at the beginning. But until you reach a certain level of money, you don't get a paycheck. I have not gotten that in since August. So I do this because I'm reaching like 150 people a day. When I used to teach locally, 2 to 5, maybe 6 people. And it wasn't always about the money, it was about teaching. So remember why you signed up for things. Give where you feel it's appropriate, and don't let society put the pressure on you, which when they put the pressure on you, it's really you allowing them to. So what my mama always used to tell me, and I remember it to this day, is, no one can intimidate you unless you allow them. So keep that in mind. That's a tweetable. No one can intimidate you unless you allow them. Somebody tweet that out and tag me, please. If we can get like 50 of those tweeted out, that would be fun. And tag Marie TV too. She's the one who I get that's a tweetable. She's a wonderful woman. Oh, if you watch that stuff. Also, James Wedmore. He's on YouTube as well. Highly recommend both of those people to watch their videos. So, all that being said, I'm going to dive into the open door. And did I bring that to a conclusion? I think I did. So, I will see you in just a moment. Well, hello, and thank you for staying tuned in or joining me here if you skim forward and come just to the open door and skip over the tarot part. So my name is Mitchell, and in my quiet time, just a moment there, I love to say how I see things and how I interpret it and how it comes across, because I am a teacher at heart. Never knew that. Well, I've always taught, but I didn't realize I was a teacher. So all that being said, let me just take a sip from my wonderful Starbucks coffee. Starbucks, I'm still looking for you to be my sponsor. The videos would just become fabulous. I would put your logo like right up here in the corner and drink from your mug every day if you became my sponsor. We'll talk negotiations. So in my quiet time just now, boy, I've got lots of energy today. Hope you can feel that. I saw, the image that I saw was a child, and it was kind of, and she feels more feminine, was kind of cowering next to the mother, and it's like the police came to take him away. So there was this ripping away, there was this pulling apart. It was kind of rescuing, but obviously the child didn't realize they're being rescued. They just want to stay with what is comfortable. Feel like there is abuse in the family, feel like it's more about the father, but the mother's allowing it. So I do kind of feel like somehow this is going to make national news. Very interesting. Feels like multi-racial family, father and mother, different races. And I think that's just a point to be able to figure out who it is. Definitely a Latino. I think the mother's Latino. But like I said, I think it's going to make some national news. And again, it's not my intention just to spout things out and get things right. It is my intention that you and I set our vibration as high as we can in the frequency of love, and that when this kind of information comes out, just us seeing it, talking about it, realizing it's out there, we will continue to keep our vibration high as we think about these people. I encourage you, as sad as things may be or as difficult it is to think about whatever may come out, you maintain a high vibrational level of love, just to continue to send that to them. Just maintain it when you think about it, and the energy will go where it needs to go. And I'll be honest, my belief system, even when I was deep in the Nazarene Christian church, I didn't understand why people kept saying the same prayers over and over and over and over. And what finally came out of that as I grew, even in the church time, was I'm pretty sure all you need, in my belief system, I'm pretty sure all that I need to do is say the prayer one time and it's done. If I keep going back to it, it's either my lack of belief or I'm still trying to convince myself that it might actually happen. So, like I said, this incident, I'm lifting the vibration as high as I can, and then I let it go. If I get confirmation on it, great. If I don't, I really don't care in the sense that I've done my job. I got another video due tomorrow. So it might seem cold and insensitive, but I've dealt with that quite a bit of my life, and I realized that I just have a really good understanding of emotions and how to handle them. And I think I understand, and I know I will grow and grow and grow. And tomorrow I'll look back and think, wow, I didn't know as much as I do today. So just when you think you know something, you know there's more to know. That sounded stupid. I've got lots to learn. I know that. So all that being said, and also I remember maybe a week or so ago, I need to start posting in the videos the fact that this child being taken from their family for protection. I need to post that in my the description, because a while back I spoke of like a great singer legend like Aretha Franklin or somebody who was going to pass away, and just happened to see one of my friends post that Lena Horne passed away, and let me tell you, that's a great, that's a famous, you know. So we send her vibration up into as much high love as we can. Her voice was amazing, her energy. I know she did a lot while she was here to inspire people. So thank you again for the confirmations. Oh, it was a long video today. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, which they will be pre-recorded videos, and it'll be fun because I will watch them every day, kind of like for the first time too, because I did them so long ago. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.